Welcome to Fort Worth, Texas. Ncaa Carter Stadium has become a showplace, and the home of the TCU Horned Frogs is fired up and ready for this one. This is not just a regular matchup. Battle of top 10 teams, two teams colliding early in the season. One team can make a strong statement about the season ahead, as we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the UTSA Roadrunners, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Hermstreet. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. The Roadrunners will kick it away and start us off. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. And he gave it a shot, and it should have just left the ball in the end zone. They spotted it at the 19. Offense operating from the pistol. And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. Tackled at the 32. That's a
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Makes the catch. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Any good offense has to have a reliable, quick to intermediate passing game. Even though that wasn't enough for the first down, it's plays like this that help you sustain drives and not get stuck with 3rd down and long.
Receiver makes the grab. Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Finds that big tight end for a short pass. A big hit by the linebacker, able to knock him down.
Well, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice game.
Movement here from the tight end. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Tackle made after just a short gain. Offense moving to a bunch formation. Try to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. Quarterback escapes the pocket. Moves the football to the 30. Good enough for a 1st down.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the 1st down marker is, picking up the 1st down.
The Horned Frogs come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Right down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. And he's got it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. Talk about a great way to start this game for setting the tone very early.
Yeah, sometimes it takes an offense a couple of drives to get comfortable. You can tell this unit came onto the field locked in and focused. No slow start at all for these guys.
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. On the run, it's McCall. They stop him right at the 24.
Man, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good batter. I'd love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Second down play coming up for this offense. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Lets it go. Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up.
Just a great play on the ball by the defensive back, getting a hand on it and tipping it up into the air. Boy, anytime you see a tip go up, often that defense is thinking interception. This one falls to the ground, but the next tip ball could be going the other way.
Not able to connect, incomplete.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here, third and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this fourth and short.
And the Horned Frogs offense takes the field now. Let's see if they can keep that passing game going. The last possession, very efficient, precise. First play of the drive, they come out throwing. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
Important second down play coming up. And he'll set up to throw. This time it's complete. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
How about the offense here dialing up a good zone beater? Let's give credit to the coordinator for calling the right play at the right time and the receiver finding the hole in that zone.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
This is the one thing I love about this running back is his ability to get involved in the pass game. Runs a great route, just doesn't come down with a catch.
They'll run it with the draw play. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
For the defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on third and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Receiver makes the catch.
That's a great feeling when your quarterback can make a throw that keeps the drive alive. Not as good as a touchdown, but it's a lot better than having to trot over to the sideline waiting for your turn to get another chance.
And the Horned Frogs pick up enough yardage for a first down. And here's the handoff. The gain is 3 yards, brings up a second down and 7.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Sixth play of the drive coming up. They're going to run it. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
He escapes the sack. Quarterback looking to scramble. They get him down, but that's a good run, enough to move the sticks and keep this drive going.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first and keep this drive moving.
So 2nd and 10 after the previous play. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. Caught by the back behind the line of scrimmage. Defense makes the tackle as the final seconds of this first quarter run out. First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this 3rd down. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. We go with a direct snap. Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
So they'll pass up the chip shot field goal attempt and go for it on 4th down. From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas Christian. So the offense looking now for building the lead, and this one could get out of hand.
Well, it's just complete domination. The offense is executing and doing their job, putting points on the board. The defense is showing up prepared, ready to play. It just feels like this game's getting sideways in a hurry.
Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Here comes the UTSA offense back out there. They're coming off a quick 3 and out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
He'll hand it off. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the mark, inches away. The Roadrunners come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. Can he get there on the ground? And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
Yeah, I love how the back didn't really dance around trying to make a big play. He knew it was 3rd down and inches, lower the shoulder, get the first down.
And the Roadrunners getting set on 1st and 10. They'll run it here. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's 2nd down and 8.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
He's brought down, but not before getting into enemy territory at the plus 47.
Every now and then, we see a really good run. We tend to focus on what other people did in order for that run to happen, what the offensive line did. Maybe the receivers are blocking good on the edge. Sometimes the running back is pretty good, too. And on that play, he picked up a lot of yards and made that happen with good effort.
They get him down, but not before he moves the football to the 32.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on 1st down.
You're pounding away with the running game. It's 1st and 10. Takes the handoff again. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed, but he also showed the ability to break tackles on that run.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Running back has it on a screen now. They're finally able to stop him, but the defense is fooled a bit on that screen play. It's a solid gain for a 1st down.
Boy, this is great execution here on this screen play to the running back to pick up big yards in a 1st down. I think in the process, Chris, they send a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful because we're going to throw the screen on you.
And the Roadrunners are in the red zone. Different pre-snap look from the linebackers now. Off the RPO, caught to the right. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Roadrunners.
You'd love to watch this quarterback go out and execute in this kind of situation. He's doing a great job of ignoring the scoreboard and feeling a sense of pressure to have to play with more urgency. Right now, he's executing. We're only in the second quarter. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. This one will be fair caught. TCU offense is back out on the field. They punched it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. It's a short completion to the big tight end. A huge hit by the linebacker. A collision of big bodies there. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. And the pass is incomplete. Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order on this play. Trying to extend the play. He's looking to scramble. Breaks loose at the 45. And he heads out of bounds after another big scramble. This defense has had no answer for the quarterback runs today. The offense really clicking here. First down, looking to throw the football. Comes up with the catch.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
After the incompletion, they'll have to try to convert here on 3rd and 9. An inside give now from the shotgun. And he picks up the first down, tackled at the 32.
Just a great play by the running back here, finding his lanes and then exploding through the gap when it opened up.
First down here for this offense. Quarterback drops back. He bought some time, now lets it go. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. Tackle made after the completion.
Well, the defense didn't have any time at all to get pressure on the quarterback. He gets the ball out of his hands pretty quickly on the hitch to the receiver.
It's a quick grab. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker.
Hey, it's a game, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
So the offense faces 3rd and short from the plus 26. Might be 4-down territory, but let's see what the call is here. They've got him, but that completion good enough for first down yardage. The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here. And the Horned Frogs begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Caught quickly. A big hit by the linebacker. Physical tackle there, big versus big. Pause in play here as the offense takes a timeout. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. Brought down at the 5 after the catch. The offense really threatening now. The Horned Frogs looking to crank up the tempo a bit. 1st and goal, handoff. He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, TCU. So they reach the end zone after a marathon march. How about the execution of that drive, Kurt?
Well, I know a lot of times people get excited for the big plays. They're fun to watch. But what's impressive to me is an offense that can put together a long drive and then finally cap it off with a touchdown. That way you don't have to always rely on the big plays. That's a great drive.
He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Oh, and he's got some space here. On the move. It's a foot race. Touchdown, UTSA. He will score. We knew this returner was a dangerous guy. That was an electrifying play all the way to the house.
Chris, it was great blocking, but the guy just looked so natural back there as far as once he got his hands on the ball, it was like he was setting up his blocks, knowing exactly where he wanted to go, and then once he hit it right around midfield, nobody was catching it.
That one bounces through the end zone, so it'll start at the 25. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. One man at the backfield, and he'll get the football. Stop at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just one or two plays here before halftime. 7 defensive backs on the field in preparation for this passing down. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the fourth quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
Grab near the sticks. It's Payne. Football comes out. Defense recovers the fumble. Big takeaway. They finally make the stop there after a huge gain, but that wraps up the first half. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Horned Frogs will kick it deep to begin the second half. They'll return it from inside the 5. Returner tackled right there. That's when they'll start the drive. Here comes the Roadrunners offense back out on the field now. On first down, it's play action. Here's a shot toward the right sideline. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
Off target and incomplete. Wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. Looking for the wideout. He's got it for a big gain. That's a big hit at the end, but getting a fresh set of downs.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
Well, they don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well. And the defense is getting pressure on the quarterback. They got a little bit fooled here by the screenplay. Nice positive gain for the offense.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Lets it fly to the wideout. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a 4th down.
Great job by this defense once again on that 3rd down. And now we get to 4th down. And you start to think about things here as we get into the second half, Chris. You go for it, you make it, everybody's happy. If you go for it on 4th down and you don't get it, now you're giving your opponent the football in pretty good field position.
Coverage team brings down the returner. And the TCU offense takes the field. Looking to protect the football and protect the lead. They fumbled it away last time. He flips it to the back across the middle. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. From the gun, he looks for an open man. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. What a huge collision. Blow delivered there by the linebacker. Well, a huge hit there. You half expected to see the ball come loose, but a great job to hang on to it.
Boy, great concentration by the tight end to be able to come up with that catch, but the defense showing how physical they are. When that tight end gets his hands on the ball, they are going to lower the boom.
That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
Oof, the risk of throwing on 3rd and short. Lots of second guessing going over on that sideline about that play call. You got to wonder if they're going to go for it anyway on 4th down, but what will be the play call?
Trying for a 4th down completion. He's escaping the pocket now. And he finds his target. He has the first. Brought down to the 46, good enough for a 1st down.
Boy, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on 4th down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a 1st down.
Lets it go quickly. They finally get him down, but an explosive play. The offense in business now at the 24.
Man, this wide receiver has been a difference maker in this football game. He's got 2 touchdowns already. Now they look to him again, and he picks up the 1st down.
And the Horned Frogs are moving quickly down the field. Back to throw again. He's moving out of the pocket. He'll try a pass here. He pulls in the catch. And the defense brings him down.
Well, this is the risk you take when you play man-to-man coverage and you leave a linebacker on a running back. The quarterback does a nice job of seeing that mismatch and getting the ball to the back for some good yards.
They'll give it to the running back. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
The pass rush closing in. Caught over the middle. It's Payne. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a 1st down.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the 2nd half. Get to a 3rd down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it, you convert, and you keep working that clock.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. He's moving out of the pocket now. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. What a weapon for this offense. A quarterback who can flash the speed and finish a touchdown drive just like that.
How about being the defensive coordinator? You've got everything covered. You make the right call. And all of a sudden, this guy is so athletic and so gifted with his ability to improv, you can't contain him. You better come up with another scheme, and you better put 2 or 3 defenders on this quarterback.
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. The Roadrunners offense is back out there now. They were forced to punt last time. Can they get this offense going finally? Get some points out of this possession. And he lobs it deep down the middle. And it's picked off. That was a risky pass attempt, and he paid the price. Not much of a return, but the important thing is the interception sets the offense up at the 45. Here comes the opening play of the drive. They begin at their own 45-yard line. Here's the handoff on a counter. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
All right, Chris, let's face it. Most of the offensive linemen today, they're big. You know, they weigh over 300 pounds. But that doesn't mean they don't have to have agility. And the way they can get out there in front of the runner, create space.
And he lofts it toward the left sideline. He's got it near the end zone. And they stop him just short of the end zone. The offense set up with a 1st and goal now.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big game.
The Horned Frogs looking to punch it in here. It's 1st and goal. Crucial play here to begin the quarter as the offense sets up 1st and goal. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. Nowhere to run up the middle.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Urgency here. Got to cut into this lead. It's 3rd down and goal. Direct snap to the back. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas Christian. How important was that touchdown, Kirk? It's now a 2-possession game here in the 2nd half.
It's a great job of this offense with their execution and having situational awareness here in the 2nd half. They now have, as you said, Chris, this 2-possession lead. They got a great chance to finish it off and get a win.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. TSA offense is back out on the field now. Even the last possession ended quickly. An interception on the first play. Let's see if they can do better here. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Running out of time in the pocket. And it's incomplete. Even on a 1st down throw, he was under some heavy pressure. Offense lines up for a 2nd down play off the incompletion. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. And it's incomplete. In and out of the hands of the running back. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to...
And he lofts it toward the sideline. And the ball is picked off. Not a great return, but the important thing, the pick wipes out a scoring threat. They'll set the offense up at the 31.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the 2nd half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Well, we got a smart offensive coordinator on our hands today, Chris. Great job of just keep feeding this running back, keep it on the ground, working with the lead in the 4th quarter, force them to use all their timeouts, and just keep working that clock.
They'll run this play from the pistol formation. And they'll just try to run some clock here, keeping it on the ground. They moves the ball to about the 45. That's good for a 1st down.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given a quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want, whenever we feel like doing it.
Here's the 2nd down play. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. They get him down, but he crosses midfield, spot the ball at the 44.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the 1st down, but he got it.
And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What's an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the 1st down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's 4th down coming up. There was so much anticipation, so much preparation on both sides for a matchup like this to begin the season, Kirk. That's a big W on a big stage here early.
Well, you get through camp, you wonder how the season's going to get started, and they cannot be any happier. Now we'll just have to see how far they can ride this momentum as we go through the first half of the season.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here.